Hello folks, welcome to a very special quick cocktails at home class. This one is in association with my good friends Chestertons the estate agent. That's why I'm wearing my purple jumper and we're making a very purple Halloween drink. So my friends at Chestertons asked me to come up with a drink that would be perfect for people to make at home during Halloween, and they wanted it to be purple to match their logo. So here we go. It's going to be a really simple drink. Don't need any fancy tools, but we're going to use one awesome technique that's going to make it creepy and purple and perfect for Halloween. So this drink starts with a glass of crushed ice. You want it to be halfway full, nice tall Collins glass full of crushed cracked ice. Doesn't need to be fancy. You can just smash it up with a rolling pin and then pop it in your glass. We're then going to start building the drink, and the great thing about this drink is it's going to get built up in layers. So you're going to have a wonderfully layered cocktail that people can then stir and it'll go purple. And we start with a single measure, 25 milliliters of dry gin. I'm using this beautiful Robin of Locksley gin, but any dry gin, your preferred dry gin, will work. Remember, you can just use an egg cup, about 25 milliliters, and it's going to have quite a lot of alcohol in it, this drink. So if you don't like so much alcohol, you can put a little bit less gin in, but I quite like it as a base. So you can see there, we've got our first layer, we've got the gin sitting there at the bottom of the ice. We're then going to go for our next layer, and that's going to be this beautiful cloudy apple juice. You want cloudy apple juice, don't go for apple juice from concentrate, because you won't get the layers in quite the same way. And we're going to put 2 layers of the apple juice, so 50 milliliters or 2 measures. And now you can see we've got the gin at the bottom and we've got the apple juice next to that. Then we're going to go for our next layer. It's a bit of beautiful Prosecco. Any old Prosecco will do. Go for Prosecco, not for champagne. We want the sweetness of the Prosecco to come through. It's a much sweeter wine than champagne. And we're again going to do 50 milliliters of this. Pour this in quite gently, because we want to create another layer here in our drink. So everything's quite pale at the moment, which is what we want, but we've got a layer of gin, we've got a layer of apple juice, and now we've got a layer of Prosecco sitting in the ice there. So now what we're going to do is make our fancy layer, our layer that's going to take this from just an ordinary drink, an ordinary refreshing gin and Prosecco and apple juice, to something that's deep, purple, and perfect for Halloween, and pretty tasty too. And that is some fantastic British Cassis. You can use any Cassis. I'm using this British Cassis that I found, because why not use British if I can? And the technique we're going to use here is to create a layer that's going to dribble down into the drink and create a cascade effect. And the way we're going to do that is just by using a simple teaspoon. So rather than just pouring in a measure or pouring in all of the Cassis, what we're going to do is pour it over the back of the spoon very gently and just move it around slightly. And what that's going to do, as you'll hopefully be able to see, is it's going to allow that to dribble down into the drink. So let me show you. I'm going to pour it very gradually. And we're only really using the Cassis for colour here. I'm going to stop there, so we don't need a lot of it. I'm going to bring it over to you. You can see that beautiful, magical potion, almost like blood dripping down into your drink. And then we're going to take some beautiful frozen blackcurrants. These are really cheap, you can get them in any supermarket. Blackcurrants are, of course, what Cassis is made out of. And they also look kind of a little bit like little black eye of new eyeballs, which is perfect for a beautiful drink for Halloween. And you pop your drink in like so. And what we have is a beautiful, refreshing Cassis and Gin Royale. It goes a beautiful deep purple colour once we mix it in. And really doesn't taste too bad either. If you wanted a mocktail version of this, it'd be really simple to do. Don't put any gin in, obviously. Start with the apple juice, add a little bit of lemonade rather than the Prosecco. So 2 measures of lemonade to 2 measures of apple juice, and then just use some Ribena or any sort of Blackcurrant Cordial that you'd like, and do exactly the same thing on the top. Pour that cordial over the top to create that drip down, and you have a beautiful mocktail version. So hopefully you will enjoy this beautiful purple Halloween cocktail. With thanks from Chestertons for giving me the idea.